In this video, we're going to continue talking about right triangle trig and applications of right triangle trig. So when we're working with application problems, normally I recommend reading the problem a couple of times and also highlighting the important information. So let's go ahead and read the problem. It says Ms. Patel is standing 250 feet from the base of a building. So this 250 feet from the base of a building, that's going to be important for us. The angle of elevation to the top of the building, so angle of elevation is 32 degrees. There is an antenna on top of the building, and the angle of elevation to the top of the antenna is 38 degrees, and we want to find the height of the antenna. So I always recommend drawing a picture, and on quizzes and tests that's going to be part of the required work. So let's start with our building. So here's our building, and then here's the antenna on top. And we've got somebody standing over here, and they are standing 250 feet from the building. So I'm just going to make a couple of right triangles here. So here's one right triangle. We've got an angle of elevation to the top of the building. That's going to be 32 degrees. And then let's switch colors. I've got an angle of elevation to the top of the antenna. So I have another right triangle here in red. All right, and that angle of elevation is going to be 38 degrees. All right, so I'm going to let this distance all the way to the top of the antenna be y, and I'm going to let the height of the building be x. So I've got these two right triangles, one with an angle of elevation of 32 and one with an angle of elevation of 38. I'm going to use those to find x and y, and then if I subtract x from y, that'll leave me with the height of the antenna. So let's go ahead and take care of that. So let's start with the smaller triangle. I've got the tangent of 32 degrees is equal to the opposite, which is x, over the adjacent, which is 250. We'll put that over 1. I'll cross multiply, so I get 1 times x, which is x. 250 tan 32. And that will give me approximately 156.2 feet. Alright, let's go ahead and do the same thing for the red triangle. So again, the y is the opposite. The 250 is the adjacent, so I'm going to use tangent again. So I have tangent of 38 degrees is equal to the opposite y over the adjacent 250. Put that over 1 and cross multiply. 1 times y is equal to 250 tan 38. So that's 195.3 feet. Alright, so now to find the height of the antenna, height of antenna, I'm just going to subtract these two. So I have 195.3 minus 156.2, which gives me 39.1 feet. Alright, and there you have it. There's the height of our antenna right here. Again, I always recommend reading the problem 2 or 3 or 4 times. Believe me, it'll help to read it a couple of times to help you figure out what's the important information and what you're trying to find. Alright, if you do have other questions, feel free to ask those in class, and we'll see you in the next video.